Good afternoon, West Coast. We're at the Palm Center in our studio, and I'm joined by Tarryn.
Hello.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
It's good to see a familiar face in the studio.
Very much so.
So Tarryn, you're with Ebersohns.
Yes.
What do you do at Ebersohns?
I am an attorney. I've been practicing as a conveyancing attorney, or an attorney in mostly property law area for the last 20 or so years. I was admitted as an attorney, conveyancer and notary in 2007. I work with Lana and Michael Ebersohn. They're based at our Langebaan office, and between the three of us, we've got over 75 years of experience in the legal practice field. I do predominantly property transfers. That's my bread and butter, so to speak. So when somebody sells a property, or if there's a property transfer to be done, whether it's a hard share transfer, as a result of death or divorce or any other reason, I assist parties with those sorts of transactions and navigating them through all the legalese and all the horrible and daunting processes. Well, they can seem daunting if you don't deal with it every day. And we also have a court department, a commercial department, so we assist with business transactions, we assist with contracts, we assist with labour law matters, civil and criminal law matters. So we like to be able to put ourselves out as attorneys providing full service.
Now, Tarryn, obviously selling buying property, and that's known as one of the most stressful parts of someone's life, let's say. How does handling that, or being a part of that process, how do you handle that with all of those stresses?
Yeah, it's I always tease clients and I say it's nice to be able to be the one in the seat where I'm advising and helping, but it's not me that actually carries that stress personally. Although we do actually take a lot of stress off the clients, because knowing that they can trust who they're working with does help. As you say, Ryan, quite rightly so. Buying property is not buying a pair of tackies. It's usually, or it's very oftentimes, somebody's biggest investment or biggest transaction they'll ever make. And we like to hold clients' hand and communicate nicely and clearly from the outset, and just set them at ease, give them an idea of what the whole transfer process entails. And also we deal with any hairy warts that might stick out along the way, to try and make the stress for you limited as a client.
And what part of that buying and selling of a house do you guys start stepping in? Obviously, you first have agents go view, and when do you guys actually take over?
Yeah, I like that question. In practice, oftentimes it would be when there is an offer to purchase that has already been accepted by a seller, and the seller would nominate us as the conveyancing attorney to handle that transfer for them. But what I always like to advise my clients is that before you actually sign anything, just be informed and know what you're getting yourself into. Once again, because it's not just buying a pair of shoes, you're entering into a legally binding agreement. So I like to give clients advice. I offer them the service of, we screen any offers to purchase that you might get for your property before you sign it, so that we can look for any necessary risks and red flags for you so that we can restructure that so that your interests are protected. And also we assist buyers as well with giving them advice as to due diligence, what things to look out for, helping them with frequently asked questions about affordability, also just to know what they're buying and what they're getting themselves into. It's not a fair transaction, but one has to be level-headed and know what you're bound by once you put your pen to paper. We're still guided by an Alienation of Land Act of 1981, where we still have to provide wetting signatures. So, it's quite a formal process, and people don't often realize how serious it is if this is actually a binding agreement. You can't just unilaterally or, from a one-sided viewpoint, walk away if you don't want to be bound anymore.
And how long does the process normally take from when it, say, lands on your desk to, let's say, the keys getting handed over?
Yes. So a smooth sailing transfer should be wrapped up within 6 weeks. but like a real lawyer, I'm going to say
Yeah.
that depends. It depends on whether we have all documents that we need from the parties from day one, whether all the parties are cooperative, whether they provide us with the information we need, things like income tax numbers that we need to provide to SAR so that we can apply for e-filing, transfer duty receipts, copies of identity documents, clear copies. It sounds very mundane and boring, but I always say to parties at the beginning, the more you cooperate and the more you provide to us from the beginning, the quicker we can give you what you want, which is for the seller, they want their funds in their pocket, and the purchaser wants to be able to take transfer of their dream home or their investment property.
I can imagine that process can be very, very tedious as well. You have to, as I cross all the T's and dot all the I's.
Yes, there's a lot of admin involved, and I laugh when I think of a colleague who's said in the past, and it's so true, that transfer is not an event, it's a process.
Yeah.
It's a lot of paperwork.
And now if anyone wants to get hold of you, where are you guys based and how do they go about it?
Yes, thank you. So I'm Tarryn Gravenor is the surname. You can Google us, Ebersohns Attorneys. We have a website. I'm based in St. Helena Bay at the Palm, of course. My phone number will be there. You'll find me online, as I say, and also our landline number. But Ebersohns Law has a dedicated website.
Is there anything else you think our viewers should know about Tarryn Gravenor or the Ebersohns?
I think I mentioned earlier, we are a team providing a range of legal services. And between all of us, we have over 75 years of experience in law. So we draw on that collective knowledge and experience to be able to give clients the best advice and service that they need.
So anything from the legal side of things, the Ebersohns can cover.
There we go.
Pretty much everything.
There we go.
Awesome. Tarryn, thanks so much for sitting down with us and joining us.
Thank you.
It's been an absolute pleasure having you in the studio.
Thank you.
And yeah, we wish you nothing but strength in the future.
Thank you so much, and thanks for the opportunity.
Awesome. We'll see you guys next time.